Hello and good day, it's me Andy and Training the Right Way. Welcome to the Olive training course, and we're going to start with the very beginning. We're going to find it, install it, and then run the application, and hopefully by the end of this we'll all be set up with the video editor ready to go. So let's go over and find the files that we need. olivevideoeditor.org, and of course what you'll find is this very interesting website announcing Olive 0.2 coming soon. There is no other, you can't scroll down, so there's nothing else to look at. The various things we have, we can go and get Olive. It's in two versions at the moment, 0.1 from 2019, and then a rewrite version which is 0.2, currently under development. If you do have a problem with 0.1 and you report a bug, it's probably not going to be done anything about it anyway, because they are working on 0.2. They are testing it, and of course they do warn that it can crash, so don't rely on it. If you feel like that you need to support, then you can support the program as a Patreon or a PayPal, and of course this money goes towards helping to develop the editor, make it better. There is a difference, a huge difference between the two versions. If we have a look at 0.2, it's a complete rewrite because of things that they've added, like this node system, this node editing, for which I have zero information about and I don't know how it works. But so it would be a whole new learning experience. Apparently it's got a ton of flexibility. Yes, okay, you believe that. It's like a 4GL language. So color management, disk caching, and of course you can try it now, but bear in mind that it can crash. So get Olive. You have a choice of Windows, Mac or Linux. If you click Windows, you have in 32-bit or 64-bit and a portable version. So you can put it on a USB stick maybe. It's like you could take it around different machines. So I've done the 64-bit. Now if you want, you can obviously follow the instructions. It's very simple. When you get your file downloaded, you'll find it in the downloads area, and it is here. Obviously I'm not going to load it because I've already loaded it and it's already installed. So you do get the chance to specify where it loads, and on my machine's on the D drive, so it's all done. And when you've done that, you run it, and hey presto, you get this screen come up. Now this warning on the front there, the software is currently alpha, meaning that it's unstable. However, after, was it 4 years now, I think it's fairly stable. I've used it for the last few days and I've not had any issues whatsoever. Been quite good. But, you know, touch wood. And there is no way to stop that from coming up on the screen. So, the main area we have, this is where you can put your files. This is your effects area, and it will also be the keyframes. It's also the media player, and over here is your viewer. So your tracks are down here, and when you play, they play in this box up here. All of these are configurable. You can obviously make them bigger or smaller by dragging. Dragging there. Yeah, and you can even separate this out and have it on a different monitor if you wish. If you do get stuck, you can reset to how it is now, default. The other good thing is that you can maximize a panel, so you could get your viewer, put it onto another screen and then maximize it. You can lock the panels so they don't move, just in case you make a little bit of a boo-boo. These are the various windows that you can have. And of course the only one that's not linked is the graphic editor, or graph editor. And it's dockable, so you could dock it if you wish, like that. So now you have graph editor, media viewer and effects all on the same square. So that's the windows. Playback, all the usual things. Start of track. Left and right arrow keys moving one frame. Play and pause is spacebar. Also JKL. So if you go JKL, K is stop. If you press L, it will move forward, and then of course if you press it again, it will speed up. So it's quite good. Go to the end of the track, the end of the composition, end. Previous cut you can do up and down. And next cut, in point and out point, just in case you were doing anything that requires an area selected. View. The annoying thing is that the scroll wheel does not work on its own. You need to press the control key to scroll in. So unlike Sony Vegas, you have to actually press two keys. But you can also press equals and minus, which will do the same thing. So I suppose you could program that into a Stream Deck. For the track heights, you can either use a mouse and drag it, or you could use these key combinations. Frames. We honestly drop frames, non-drop frames. You can have the time bar on milliseconds. Not sure yet if this is useful, but this is the draws a box onto your output window, so you can see how much space you're using and whether you're going over the edge. You can do a full screen viewer. I don't know what that does, but we can try it. Oh, that's for the output. How do you get back? How do you get back? Ah, no. What have I done? I can't get back. Oh my God. I'm pressing every key and I can't get back. Was that F11? No. I can't get back to the program. That's annoying. How do you get back? Right, I'm gonna have to cancel it. Oh. I'm gonna have to stop it. And then restart. That was annoying, wasn't it? Don't know what happened there. And so note to self, don't use the full screen viewer. I did press F11, but it obviously didn't make any difference. Once you've done it, it doesn't make any difference. Right, all the usual, we've got cut, copy, paste, duplicate, delete, ripple, delete. We'll show you that later. Split. Now, I have changed this because it wasn't S, it was Control K. So I have changed that in the settings. Select, deselect, default transition, link and unlink, that is quite useful. Oh, it's crashed. It's crashed because there was no clip. So having said I've not crashed it before, I've just crashed it twice. Fair enough. So link and unlink, enable, disable, nest is quite good. We'll show you that. That's looking like a good thing to use. In point, out point, edit in point, edit out point, reset, ripple, delete, set, edit, marker. So you can put markers in M. So file, new project, open project, open recent. We'll show you that because that's a good idea. You'll get a rough idea. And then saving it, importing, exporting is where you're basically rendering a product out. On the tools, these are the other keys that you need, all these various icons down the left hand side, down the bottom. You could press these buttons instead if you need to do that. Enable snapping. Now I have changed this, it's F9. This was S. And of course now it's F9. Also cut, no auto scroll, page scroll, preferences, right, preferences, here we are. So we have, we can set the language, thumbnail resolution for the project files. And of course it does vary. So behavior, behave. So there are various things that you can do. Nothing really that I want to change at the moment. Scroll wheel zooms. Oh. Scroll wheel zooms. Fantastic. Drop files on media. Ask for name. Right, appearance. Olive dark. Olive light. I think you've got to restart anyway. Yep. Playback. Nothing there, right? Audio. Default output. Sample rate. And that. And then this part here, the keyboard. Very, very important. This is where you can change. If we have a look at, what was it? Split. Can't remember where it is. Is it on this? There's enable snapping that I changed to F9. I put it to the same. I put the S because I wanted the S for is it under edit? Probably under edit. There we are. Split. So I put that as S when it was Control K because S is the same as Sony Vegas. And also you don't have to use a razor, so that's quite handy. Right, and then just save them. Some of the changes, restart. So it's not gonna restart. Oh yes, it is. There we are. Nice and light colour. Okay, so let's open my project that I did the other day, and we can get a rough idea what it looks like in reality. Your project files are all here, and of course you load them in either by right clicking and import, or you can do the file manager. By the way, no other file manager works. I've got Free Commander and it won't let me do it, but this one, obviously, file manager, you can find a file. I don't know, find a file. Let's find I tell you what, let's have, oh, what's that? Volcano. There we are. Let's put that. So we just drag it over like that. Should be in there. Is it in there? Oh, I have dropped a file. No, I wouldn't like to replace it. Sorry, I should have found a little area to put them. But there's the file down the bottom there. So obviously if you drop the same file, it will overwrite. So if I want to delete it, right click and we can delete. Now what we're going to do later is we're going to have a look at, as we go through this, we're going to look at 4K video, and it's ideal because we can make proxies. Like with the other one, Shortcut, which is automatically you can make proxies. This one, we can also make proxies by right clicking. And if we do that, it's brilliant. So we can create a proxy of a audiovisual file, and obviously that will make it smaller. And with 4K, they are very intensive. If you have a slower computer, as I do, it's 5 years old and it doesn't like 4K. Right, so we've got everything blank. Of course, that means that we need to start doing a project, and we'll do that in part 2.